Let's go, baby. Plenty of proud alums from USC and Utah, and they should be as we get set for the Pac-12 Championship. USC is back. I don't know if there's been this much excitement around the program since Reggie Bush was running the rock. One of the most talented players to ever rock that Cardinal and gold. He's a big-time media darling now, part of that big noon pregame crew on Fox that's about to go live. But Reggie, number 5, joining us now. It is great to have you.
Yes.
We didn't want to tape a shout-out. We needed your shout-out live and in person.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I saw my dog Steve Smith on there talking trash. You know, I expect that from him. You know what I mean? Knowing his history, how he plays the game, Steve loves to talk trash all day, every day. I wasn't expecting that from Eric Weddle, though. I'm a little disappointed at Eric Weddle. Saying that they beat us once, they can beat us again. It's hard to beat a good team 2 times in 1 year, so we'll see if they can get it done.
I know, Reggie, when I was talking about Caleb, you probably thought I was talking about you.
I thought you were talking about me.
Well, I could have been, because from my vantage point up in that press box, wow.
Yeah.
You were unbelievable. You
I
really
appreciate
were.
you.
Fantastic
Thank
career. You're doing a great job. How did SC do it so quick?
Well, I think there's a couple different things. One, I think the most important piece is the evolution of the dual threat quarterback in Lincoln Riley's offense. I think about Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray. What did it do for Jalen Hurts? It literally elevated his career and gave the Philadelphia Eagles a snapshot of what they can use with Jalen Hurts. And the same thing with Caleb Williams. He's a nightmare for defensive coordinators to try to slow down. He's the kind of player that keeps you up at night, because if you try to stop the passing game, we got to worry about him running the football. And then vice versa. If you try to stop the run game, he can still throw it. So I think it's the evolution of this dual threat quarterback. You see how much it really affects their offense, how you can play keep away from another team who has a powerful offense like Utah. And also it applies pressure. I think that's so important. When I think about the UCLA game, every time DTR scored, what did Caleb do? He came right back with a touchdown. So it continues to apply pressure to other teams, and especially to other opposing offense, because you feel like we don't get any breaks in this game. We got to go right back and we got to score again.
All right, so let's talk about pressure.
Yeah.
When you were at SC, we saw those highlights.
Yeah. And you was right there with me too. He was right there with us.
Not as fast, but we were with you. But SC was tracking, right?
Yeah.
Everybody came to see SC. They were the big show.
Yeah.
And on big stages, it was as though your team, when we were there, was, this is normal.
Yeah.
It's the first time for this team being on this big of a stage with the stakes. What would you tell these players around dealing with the magnitude and the expectations around them performing tonight?
Trust in the guy next to you and do your job. Sometimes we get in these games and we try to be Superman, and you don't have to be. If you just do your job, stay in your gap, make the tackles, make the catches, like, it literally comes down to the basic fundamentals of the game. Everything you've done all season long is already on tape, all right? So we've seen who you are, what you are, we know your DNA. And I would just tell these young guys, especially the younger players, to trust the guy next to you, but most importantly, do your job. Because if you don't do your job, it opens up gaps for other things.
Well, I love that you mentioned the tape.
Yeah.
Because when you go to the tape, I'm sitting there watching, USC ran for 175 yards against this Utah defense the last time these two teams faced each other, but no Travis Dye this time.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering,
that's a big piece.
as obviously the run, when you think of running backs at USC, right? I mean, there's a handful, and Reggie, your name's on there. Without a guy like Travis Dye, is the traditional running game going to be the thing that maybe pushes this offense to be able to push for a win, or are there other ways using the quick pass game? How important is the traditional run game going to be tonight for that USC offense?
I think it's everything for this USC offense, and that's what I love about this new look USC offense, is because they are running the football. And that is something, like, when I committed to USC, it was about tailback you. It was about the other guys that came in front of me, Marcus Allen, somebody who's from my neighborhood. But I love the fact that we're seeing this resurgence of the run game, because as I spoke earlier about Caleb Williams and just the ability to apply pressure to defenses, you can also play keep away with running the football. And both of these teams run the ball pretty well, right? And so I agree with you. Losing Travis Dye was a significant blow. Not only the way he was running the football, but it's also the little things that he did, pass blocking and just knowing your protection, which was important. I saw him make some really important pass blocks in that last game against Utah. And so I think the run game is going to be important. They're going to have to lean on it. But a big piece of that run game is Caleb Williams.
Right.
Last week against Notre Dame, we saw a magician. Honestly, the way that he was playing keep it with the football. Does a running back have it? Do I got it? the defense literally didn't know. They was confused out there. And then he would walk into the end zone. So there is so much that you have to watch when you play this Lincoln Riley offense, because you got guys going this way, going that way. Does Caleb have the ball? Does a running back have the ball? And what it does is it constantly forces the defense to guess right. And in an offense like this, you only need that defensive linebacker or that D lineman to second guess for 1 second. That's it.
You got to give Kyle McDonald, who was the Utah running back coach here in this game a year ago, a lot of credit. He's now on the other sideline, and they have not skipped a beat since losing.
You know where to go.
He knows.
You know who to go to.
He does.
There it is. They're coming colors. There we go.
We're going to make you late. If you want to stay and hang out with us for the rest of the show, you're more than welcome. But I'm probably going to get in trouble, so I got to let you head over.
What's up?
Tell those boys hello, and it's great to see you. Enjoy the game. I think this is going to be a fun one.
I do too.